What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another live stream from the Scalar Learning channel. And today we are continuing with this Khan Academy SAT Math series. Now we're on to lesson 7 under the Foundations category, Algebra, Linear Inequality Word Problems. If you're new to this series or these videos that we're doing gearing up for this March SAT, we're going to be streaming on the regular, probably every day, multiple times a day potentially, to get through all these 37 topics and then get through all 3 levels of the 37 topics. So we got a lot of work to do, and that's why we're doing it this way. And if you're like, hey, I specifically want to work on the concepts behind linear inequality word problems, these are the videos that you should go to, because I'm going to walk through and explain as I'm solving problems. And problem walkthroughs, in my experience on YouTube and as a private tutor, have been the best by far for explaining these concepts. All right, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, let's jump into the mix. Here we go. Problem number 1, let's do it. By the way, I'm seeing these problems for the first time, so we're going to solve them all together on the fly. Here we go. Nathaniel wants to build birds and bird houses using Lego blocks. Every bird requires 43 Lego blocks, right? So you see I'm kind of putting out the numbers. And every bird house, you can see that they probably use H there, uses 215. And Nathaniel has at most 3,000. Again, that's why this equation, right? It's 43 per bird plus 215 per birdhouse, and it has to add up less than or equal to 3,000 because they have at most that much. At most is less than or equal to. And they give it B represents blah blah blah. Okay, if Nathaniel wants to build 50 birds, okay, 50 birds using Lego blocks, how many birdhouses can he build at most? Okay, so what are we doing here? We're plugging and chugging, right? 50 is going to plug in for B, and then we're going to solve for H. We're going to isolate H. So we got 43. Let's write this out. 43 times 50 plus 215H is less than or equal to 3,000. Let's see. 43 times, I think I can do it in my head, right? 40 times 50 is 2150. So it's 2150 plus 215H is less than or equal to 3,000. We're going to subtract 2150 from both sides. That's 850. Sorry, I'm writing all over this thing. Then that's 850. 215H is less than or equal to that. And then that goes in almost 4 times. I think it goes in a little bit less because 4 times that should be 860. Hold on. Let me make sure I didn't make a mistake with any of this math. 2150. Hold on. 50. 5 times 4 is 20. 200. 2,000. 2150. Yeah, I think it's right. So then here, let's see if I can use, let's do a quick calculation. So what did I say? 850 divided by 215, and it's 3. Whoops, there we go. It's 3 because it's 745, and then it's 1050, and then it's going to be like, I don't know, what is that? 3, oh no, that's 645. What am I saying? That's 205, bring down the 0, and then it goes in probably like 9 times, because 10 times that would be 2150. So it's like 3.9. So it's really close, but it's saying H is less than or equal to 3.9. So even though it's really close to 4, the max should be 3. So I believe it is option C, unless I made a mistake. Let's check it. Boom, done. We got them. All right, moving on to question number 2. By the way, there's a calculator that you can use. I'm just not using it because why not? Just for fun, but you should definitely use it if you're taking the test. Yanyin is loading identical boxes onto a pallet. Each box weighs 35 pounds, and the pallet can hold a max of 1,500. So immediately, we're turning it into a linear equation. A max, meaning everything has to be less than or equal to, that's max, 1,500. And then each box, which we're representing with X, I guess, the number of boxes, yeah. So it's 35 pounds per box, so it's 35 times X, the number of boxes. Oh, is this it? I think this is it. There's our inequality, because there's nothing else we're putting on there. 35 times X must be less than or equal to 1,500, which means D is the winner, and that's how you break it down, okay? Moving on. Next, here we go. A trivia contest has both multiple choice and free response questions. Contestants receive 3 points for every correct and 5 for multiple choice. Let's say multiple choice. And 5 points for every correct free response. Okay. And they must score more than, not more than or equal to, more than 60 points. If Eva advanced to the next round, which of the following inequalities describes X, number of multiple choice, and Y, the number of free response? Okay. So now we can piece it together. Notice how I make a table. Always love to do that. So we need the number of points to be greater than this. Well, what are my points for multiple choice? 3 per ones that I get right, and that's the number that I get right, plus 5 per free response. So 5 points times y per y. So we got 3x plus 5y is greater than 60, which means A is my winner. That's how we do it. Nice and simple. We formulate the inequality without looking at, like, my strategy is not to go through the multiple choice and be like, which one makes sense? My strategy is always, hey, I'm going to make it myself and then do my thing. All right. Oh, you said the arrow to the right. Oh, I should have been doing that. Hopefully that's better for people. Thank you for that. Appreciate that. Sorry about that. Who said that? Sid? Thank you, Sid. Okay, last one. A website offers digital movie rentals for $2.95 per movie or a monthly subscription with unlimited movies for $12.95 per month. Okay, so $2.95 per movie or a monthly subscription for just $12.95 flat for unlimited movies. If Zara is a monthly subscriber, what is the minimum number of movies she must watch to save money compared? So we want to know, when is this going to be less than or equal to this, right? Because when this is, as soon as this becomes less, then we know, all right, this is a better deal. So we just basically solve this inequality. So we're going to isolate x by dividing both sides by 2.95. Let's see, is there a calculator? I think I see one here. All right, I'll just do it by hand. I mean, you know what? Let's go to Desmos. How about this? Desmos, because you're going to have Desmos on the real thing. So what is it? 1295 divided by 295. 1295 divided by 295. And we get 4.38. I'll just say 4.39 roughly. So x is greater than or equal to 4.39. So it means 5 movies. That makes sense, right? Because this is about 3. 4 times 3 is 12. 5 times 3 is 15. So we'd say the minimum amount of movies we have to rent are 5, okay? Boom. That's how we do it. All right, we're all done with this topic. All right, guys, thank you so much. If you did like this video, make sure to click that like button. And if you want to see more from the Scale of Learning channel, especially if you're prepping for this first ever given digital SAT in March, I would recommend subscribing as well. If you want to check out the SAT crash course for the best resources on the planet, 20 practice tests. I mean, it's crazy. They got them right out the gate, so I would definitely do that. Check the description link below. Use the code SCALER for 20% off. That's all I got, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you guys so much for joining.